For signs you're being protected by a higher power. There are seasons in life when the world seems to conspire against us. When chaos doesn't just tap on our door, it storms in without warning. When betrayal cuts not just skin, but the soul. When dreams we nurtured for years collapse in a single night. And when the only companion left is silence, wrapping itself around us like a heavy cloak. Yet, instead of being swallowed whole, we rise quietly, relentlessly, as though something unseen has taken position beside us, holding back the flood, guiding us through the dark. This is not divine superstition. This is not a fantasy we tell ourselves to soften the blow of hardship. No, this is discipline. This is the order that lives inside those who refuse to bow to chaos. And here's what few realize. Protection doesn't always look like a heroic rescue. More often, it hides behind the mask of isolation. It disguises itself as rejection. It comes wrapped in delay and detours. Here are 4 signs you're being protected by a higher power. Sign 1. When everything you chased suddenly escapes you. You fought for that relationship. You prayed for that job to stay. You clung to a dream with every fiber of your being, unwilling to imagine life without it. And then, without warning, without explanation, it was gone. To most people, this feels like loss, a cruel twist of fate, but the wise see something different. Redirection. Seneca once wrote, "A setback has often cleared the way for greater fortune." Many things have fallen only to rise to more exalted heights. Sometimes the world strips away what we thought was good because it sees the poison we can't. A relationship that looked perfect on the outside might have eroded your spirit from within. A job you prayed to keep could have shackled you to mediocrity for decades. You weren't rejected. You were rerouted, steered toward solitude, toward clarity, toward a kind of strength you can't build in comfort. To the blind, it looks like failure, but those who have tasted the bitterness of false success know the truth. This was not punishment. This was protection. The higher power saw the cliff ahead and turned your path before you reached it. So ask yourself, was it really a loss? Or was it your rescue in disguise? Sign 2. When you stop reacting and start observing. There's a silent strength that awakens the moment you master yourself. The moment you decide that not every insult deserves a reaction. That not every attack requires your retaliation. Don't no shouting, no public rants. Just the deep, deliberate silence of a warrior who has burned away his own rage. Epictetus taught, when someone irritates you, it is not their action but your judgment that disturbs you. This is the heart of Stoic invincibility, not armor, not swords, but perception. When you reach the point where manipulation doesn't move you, when petty games bounce off you like stones off steel, something profound happens. You rise above. You stop playing the game entirely, and this calm, this unnatural stillness in the face of provocation is no accident. It's the signal of protection working from the inside out, because once your inner citadel is fortified, the enemy can't breach it. No chaos, no betrayal, no venomous tongue can reach you. The storms may rage outside, but inside, you remain untouchable. That's when a higher power works through you, not by shielding you from battle, but by making you unbreakable in the middle of it. Sign 3. When you're forced to walk alone, yet feel no fear, it starts quietly. People begin to drift away. Opportunities you once had vanish. Doors you used to walk through are now locked. At first, it feels like the world is turning its back on you. But those who live by higher principles see it differently. This is purification. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor." And so, when life strips away the noise, the endless chaos, and the shallow smiles, it leaves you with something rare, clarity. This isolation is not punishment. It's a sacred clearing. A space carved out for you to meet yourself without distractions. Think about it. How often do we truly hear our own thoughts when we're surrounded by constant noise? When every free moment is filled with the voices and opinions of others? When you no longer crave the crowd's approval? When your silence speaks louder than applause, you become untouchable. That's not loneliness. That's protection wearing the disguise of solitude. Sometimes a higher power protects you not by surrounding you with allies, but by removing every distraction until you can see your own reflection clearly. And in that stillness, you awaken something the world never saw coming. Sign 4: when you lose what you thought you couldn't live without, and breathe easier. There are losses that shatter us, or at least they seem to. A relationship we thought defined our future. A dream we carried since childhood. A position we believed we needed to survive. At first, we resist with everything we have. We grieve, we rage, we beg for it back. And then, unexpectedly, peace arrives. It doesn't march in with banners or songs. It slips in quietly, in the stillness of a late night. Or in the morning light, when you realize your chest feels lighter. You understand that what you lost was never truly yours. It was borrowed, a temporary teacher meant to guide you for a season, then step aside. Seneca wrote, "He who is brave is free." And true bravery is letting go even when your hands are bleeding from the grip. If you find your soul feels lighter after losing something you begged to keep, understand this: that was not loss. That was protection. The kind that arrives when you don't yet have the strength to walk away. The kind that sees the storm ahead and quietly turns your face toward the sun. The reminder of something in these words resonates with you. Don't let it fade into the noise of the world. Hold it close. Not every closed door is a curse. Not every loss is a wound. Sometimes the unanswered prayer is the greatest gift you could receive. We live in a world loud with weakness, a world that mistakes noise for influence and chaos for progress. But here, we choose differently. We choose silence over shouting, discipline over impulse, the storm within over the storm without. This is not just a video. It is a reminder, a thread connecting you to the quiet truth that you are never as alone as you think. There is something, whether you call it God, fate, or the discipline of the Stoics, that watches over you. So keep walking, keep sharpening yourself in the silence. And remember, sometimes the greatest proof you are being protected by a higher power is that you are still standing after the storm. Until next time, stay sharp.